Hello, and welcome to Art Vault, where the mysteries of art are brought to light. Throughout history, art has served as a mirror, reflecting the complexities of human existence. Here at Art Vault, we're dedicated to unraveling the truths and mysteries that lie beneath the surface of iconic paintings and the artists who painted them. Prepare to see the art world in a whole new light, where every painting tells a story and every brushstroke holds a secret. Did you know that Japanese art had a profound influence on French Impressionism? Neither did I. It shaped many of the Impressionist art movement's most fundamental ideas. In this Art Vault chapter, join us as we unveil the profound impact of Japanese art on one of the most celebrated movements in art history. During the heyday of French Impressionism, the art world was invigorated by a burst of innovation. It brought forth luminous palettes, embraced candid subjects, and experimented with bold compositions. However, what many may not realize is that the very essence of Impressionism draws heavily upon Japanese art. It's referred to as Japonism. And this trend influenced many major Impressionists. Claude Monet had a deep appreciation for Japanese art, evident in his personal collections at Giverny. Now let's look at the fundamental concepts borrowed by the French Impressionists and an exchange of ideas and inspirations between the cultures. The close, intimate compositions. This hallmark element of Impressionist art was not only inspired by Japanese wood prints, also by snapshot photography. Look at Edgar Degas' iconic works. By adapting the Japanese techniques of cutting into images, Degas injected a dynamic energy into his paintings. Cropping an action sequence mid-scene can evoke a sense of movement. There's a spontaneous freshness, often missing in formal compositions. Another technique adopted by Impressionists from Japanese artists was the exploration of unconventional angles and perspectives. Japanese art frequently depicted wide-angle, panoramic scenes viewed from elevated positions, and occasionally from skewed perspectives. This gave viewers a unique visual experience because it challenged traditional framing. Look at the unusual angle and viewpoints of this painting and how it directly correlates with French art. What are your thoughts on this? Inspired by these Japanese innovations, Impressionists began experimenting with similar techniques, infusing their work with a sense of dynamism and depth. In Camille Pissarro's Boulevard Marmont on a Winter Morning, the vastness of the urban landscape is vividly portrayed with wide-angle views. Gustave Caillebotte drew inspiration from the Japanese tradition using sharp angles and directional lines to create depth and draw the viewer's gaze into the distance. A sense of movement and energy is evoked. You get the feel of the dynamic depth of the carriages. You even sense the weather, which is so interesting. It's moody and almost misty. It's art in movement. You kind of get the feeling you're there You get the feeling you could move into the painting and move to the very end where the first carriage is that's off in the distance. A distinctive hallmark of Japanese art is its utilization of bold, flat panels of color. Impressionist artists embrace this as a radical and contemporary approach to art making. This is often seen in the works of Mary Cassatt. In Cassatt's intimate interior scenes, Cassatt opts for a more stylized and flat aesthetic. Her compositions have a modern sensibility that challenges established norms. In rejecting classic Western traditions, the Impressionist paintings had a sense of freshness and innovation. This not only revolutionized the art world of the time, but also laid the groundwork for the development of modern art movements. That looks like a meshing of Mary Cassatt and a Japanese print. And it turns out to be a Mary Cassatt. I got it first time around when I looked at it. But I had the feeling it was Mary Cassatt, but at the same time I could see the influence, the Japanese influence. The look of the woman, how she's just her by the desk, the whole feeling of it has a Cassatt feeling to it. The style is Japanese, but it also has some of her in it as well. Decorative, brightly colored, and floral motifs hold a prominent place in Japanese art and captured the attention of the Impressionists. Claude Monet in particular had a profound fascination with lilies, which, as we all know, became increasingly prominent in his later works. You can see the Japanese floral aesthetics emerging prominently. Vibrant colors, intricate patterns. Look at the blooms of these flowers, a sense of harmony and tranquility. Monet's famous water garden at Giverny stands as a testament to his deep appreciation for Japanese flora. Inspired by Japanese gardens, Monet meticulously designed his own oasis, complete with a graceful, curving Japanese bridge as its defining feature. The intimate and domestic scenes depicted in Japanese prints often showcase women engaging in daily rituals. Grooming or bathing offers a glimpse into their private lives. This theme resonated deeply with artists like Edgar Degas and Mary Cassatt. Who not only explored similar ideas in their own work, but also documented personal scenes from their lives. Like their Japanese counterparts, they sought to capture nuances of everyday life. Focusing on intimate moments shared between women in private settings. Interestingly enough, it also is a Mary Cassatt, yes. It also has oddly enough, for me, a Degas feeling to it as well. The woman's posture, her doing her daily ritual, it's indicative also again of the Japanese. You can see this in the floral patterns on the vase, the carpet, and even the drape that she's wearing, the drape around her, that bathrobe that's been pulled down. For Cassatt, this was also done out of necessity. It was deemed improper for a woman to paint outside. You had to have a male chaperone. The bustling urban street scenes depicted in Japanese prints connected with the 19th century French concept of the Flâneur, a solitary urban stroller, as introduced by the avant-garde writer Charles Baudelaire. Japanese art often portrayed vibrant, dynamic street scenes. Bustling energy and the vitality of urban life was showcased. These prints capture the essence of everyday street scenes in crowded city streets. The concept of the flaneur emerged in 19th century France as a figure who wandered through the streets of the city. He observed the bustling crowds and absorbed the sights and sounds of urban life. Charles Baudelaire, among others, explored the idea of the flaneur in his writings. The city was a source of inspiration and intrigue for the solitary observer and the solitary painter. As you can see, there's a strong parallel between the Japanese prints and the French concept of the flaneur. It lies in their shared fascination with the urban environment and the human experience within it. Moments of spontaneity, connection, and solitude are captured, and they offer a glimpse into the vibrant tapestry of city life. This had never really been seen before in paintings. The Impressionists are capturing an impression of city life. Nothing is staged or modeled. Both in Japanese art and Impressionism, the viewer is invited to wander through the streets of the past, experiencing the pulse and rhythm of a bygone era. This is probably equivalent to the experience of people seeing movies for the first time, seeing a painting in movement. Even though it's just a painting, it's a painting that moves, and it's for them, it's their first sense of, this is a movie. It was, in effect, an impression of a fleeting movement. That brush, that painting was like our iPhones. We see the images now on an iPhone. They saw it in a painting, but the Impressionist painted it. The influence of Japanese art on the Impressionists, well, maybe that surprised you. From the bold, flat panels of color to the intimate domestic scenes and the bustling urban street scenes, the Impressionists drew inspiration from that mesmerizing Japanese art. It's no wonder that Degas, Cassatt, Monet embraced the style of the Japanese prints. And in turn, it gave their own work a sense of freshness and spontaneity. From the streets of Paris to the shores of Japan, from the Impressionists' time to modern day, their work continues to inspire audiences around the world. Join us on our next journey on Art Vault as we continue to explore the secrets behind painting and the art world.